It's a random summer day and you and your friend are just relaxing, chilling on the couch. Your friend tells you that he's gonna go and check out the basement because he heard some strange noises coming from down there. You say, all right, man, have at it, and you go about your business. But minutes turn into hours and your friend is nowhere to be seen. You begin to get a little worried. You call out his name, John, John, but you don't get a response back. Uh-oh. So you put your big boy pants on and you head down to the basement. And to your surprise, John's not there. Where could your friend be? He's not upstairs. You would have seen him coming. You search through every nook and cranny inside the basement and there's no sign of your friend anywhere. And just before you're about to head back upstairs, you see something. At the door of the basement, there's a creature standing there. Something's off about this creature. It's tall, dark, it has a big wide smile and big bulging eyes. You're trembling in fear. You don't know what to do. Do I scream? Do I run? Do I hide? Before you can do anything, the lights go out. Your mind is racing. Do I run? I can't run. I can't see anything. Do I call out for John? Is that John? That can't be John. But just before any of those thoughts could finish processing, the creature jumps up and grabs you. Did that scare you? Probably not. But it scared me when I seen it, because it was a scene from the 2022 movie Barbarian. And the reason why I mention this scene is because it uses the three main elements of what scare us the most. It uses horror, terror, and creepiness. I would know because when I seen that scene in the movies, I almost peed my pants. But that's what we're going to be talking about today, which is the differences between horror, terror, and creepiness and what type of effect they play in our lives. So, without further ado, let's start off with the age-old question, what is horror? So, Richard Walsh would describe horror as an overwhelming and painful feeling caused by something revolting or shocking. Things like maybe an intruder or a jump scare in a movie, it causes a visceral reaction of fear of I need to either run, hide, or scream or do something because there's a threat in front of me. That's what horror is. When you're horrified, there's a threat in front of you. Good examples of horror in maybe Hollywood are slasher movies like Friday the 13th or Halloween, where if Jason or Michael Myers aren't in the scene, then there's nothing to be worried about. But once they're there, then it's time to get scared. That's what horror is, which is very different from our next topic, which is terror. Terror, as Kimberly Brink would describe it, terror is an intense feeling or fear of dread, most of the time followed by a sense of danger or something threatening, which is very different from horror because there doesn't have to be an actual physical presence for you to be scared. Terror is essentially your brain putting one and two together and getting fear from that. So imagine maybe one day you come home and you're putting your keys into the front door and you find out that your house was already unlocked. Now, nothing scary happened, nothing horrifying happened. The door isn't attacking you, you don't see anybody, but it's scary to imagine what could happen when your house has been unlocked all day. Then there comes the age-old story of I found a picture of me sleeping on my phone, but I live alone. There's no threat happening. You haven't been hurt, but it's scary to imagine, how did that picture get on my phone? And now that brings us to our third and final topic, which is creepiness. Now, creepiness is a whole completely different topic than horror and terror because creepiness isn't as in-your-face scary. You're not so much scared, you're more uneased. You're more uncomfortable when something is creepy. Things like maybe spiders or snakes, people can consider those creepy because they're more unpredictable and our brain just can't understand it. Vsauce describes it pretty well. He claims that these slight changes put the brain on high alert due to due to the fact that it isn't comfortable with what it's looking at. So basically, something being slightly off at whatever our brain is trying to perceive can give us this feeling of we don't know how to react. Good examples are maybe dolls or masks, where there isn't anything wrong. There's nothing outright scary, but there's something weird. There's something weird about a smile when nothing's funny. There's something weird about a mask because it hides all of the human emotion that we're used to, even if the mask itself isn't scary. And that concludes all of these topics. And the reason why I brought up the movie Barbarian is because when it uses all the three main elements of what scare us the most, as in horror, when the creature emerged from the dark and tried to go and grab us, and terror when we came inside the basement and we realized our friend wasn't even there, or creepiness when we saw the big bright eyes and the wide smile of the creature standing outside the basement door. So the next time you find yourself in a scary predicament, now you can know what is horrifying, terrifying, and creepy. Thank you.